Hello, dear traders. In spite of the recent warning signs in the global markets, the Asia-Pacific region is mainly trading higher today. The rise started after China's government ended major equity fundraising bans on property developers. Clearly, this could be a brief surge in optimism on Asia's stock exchanges as the lockdowns in several major cities in China are still disrupting supply chains and affecting corporate earnings. In the light of a mass zero-COVID protests in China and a surge in new cases, the second-largest economy may risk slowing down even more. This, in turn, affects investor sentiment and boosts demand for safe haven assets. Anyway, the Fed's looming interest rate decision is still the main driving force for the stock and the forex markets. Although Chairman Powell's speech is scheduled for Wednesday, several FOMC officials have already given interviews this week. Thus, New York Federal Reserve Bank President John Williams said that there is still more work to do. James Bullard, the president of the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, believes that markets underestimate the risk that the Fed may be more aggressive with the rate increases. Cleveland Fed Chief Loretta Mester added that the Fed's rate hike campaign is far from being over. Fed Vice Chair Lael Brainard and Richmond Fed President Barkin also backed higher interest rates. Although the hawkish statements of FOMC policymakers exert pressure on the market, many investors still hope that the regulator will slow down the pace of the rate increases to 50 basis points in December. According to the CME FEDWATCH tool, there is a 69.9% probability of such an outcome. Meanwhile, the US dollar index has partly priced in the future rate hike. With an increase in the risk sentiment, the dollar is now losing some value. It also seems that the bond markets do not believe in an ultra-aggressive Fed, as they are now on a losing streak. Thus, 10-year Treasury yields retreated to 3.7% ahead of a Jerome Powell speech. On Tuesday, the US dollar is consolidating in the range of 106.10 and 106.80, likely helped by the chairman's speech about the state of the American economy and the jobs market tomorrow. During the Asian session, the US dollar index that tracks the price of the greenback against the basket of 6 major currencies plummeted to 106.10 points. The greenback fell against the Japanese yen earlier today. By maintaining an ultra-loose monetary policy stance, the Japanese government is trying to improve the health of its economy. In fact, its measures have started to bear fruit. Thus, Japan's retail sales have been on the rise for 8 straight months. Moreover, the country has opened its doors to foreign tourists after more than 2 years of closed borders due to the pandemic. However, due to the weaker yen, inflation in Japan is accelerating at the fastest pace in the last 40 years. In this light, the Japanese yen is quite volatile. During the Asian session, the dollar-yen pair is trading at 138.00. The yen is stronger against the greenback, mainly due to the dollar's consolidation stage. In the near term, traders may attempt to keep the price in the range of 137.90 and 139.40, expecting important data from the United States. The pair is forecast to remain bearish at the bottom at 133–134. The quote may encounter resistance near the psychological level of 139. In the case of a breakout through the barrier, With the increase in the risk appetite on Tuesday, the Aussie dollar has already advanced to 0.67 against the dollar and continues strengthening. China's recent measures aimed at stimulating the national economy provide additional support for the Australian currency. China will hold a press conference on COVID prevention and control measures at 3 p.m. There has been growing speculation that China's authorities may lift the zero-COVID rules at the press briefing. Such news may instill optimism in Australia, China's main trading partner. Therefore, the Aussie dollar is seen to be trading in the range of 0.6640 and 0.6743 today. Early on Tuesday, the exchange rate of AUD surged to an area of 0.6736. And this has been our wrap-up of Asian trade. We continue monitoring the situation on exchanges to keep you updated. Stay with us and leave your comments down below. Until next time.